Hey, this week's episode of One of a Kind with RVD is presented by FanDuel. And guess what? March Madness is kicking off this weekend, and let's have a little bit of fun with it. Look, opening round, you never know. Cinderella stories happening all over the place. It could go down. Here's a wild one that I would like you to maybe consider trying out. It's Alabama versus Hofstra. Alabama is number 4 seed in their bracket, while Hofstra is 13. Well, get this. The star player for Alabama is suspended for this game. He is not playing. What better opportunity for a Cinderella story than Hofstra? Alumni of Wayne Corbett, baby. Wayne Corbett of the Jets. Has nothing to do with it, but you can get the money line for plus 540 if you bet on Hofstra. That's my first bet this week on FanDuel.
Rob Van Dam! Rob Van Dam! Rob Van Dam! I'm Rob Van Dam. The whole show.
From Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing 230 pounds,
Rob Van Dam and fam. Got the babies.
Hey, y'all.
Got the babies joining us today.
Their first time on the podcast.
Yes.
Saba.
Barbara and Saba in the house. Well, good to see everybody.
Yeah.
Saba, Katie in the house.
How goes it?
Oh, look at her. So, okay, tell me which one's Karma, which one's Saba? Are you holding Saba, Rob?
Yeah, this one is Saba, and she hears the most that she resembles her daddy. Like they both hear it a lot. Oh, these guys. No, they both hear it a lot, but Saba hears it way more than her sister Karma. But Karma gets it a lot too. Huh?
Yeah.
Here you look like daddy, Karma. You don't have any tears.
No.
You don't even have any tears. Karma's the loudest, I think.
Yeah, she's got the biggest pop.
She's got some lungs.
Yes. Rob, I can definitely see you and Saba for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Poor kid.
She's got the early Matt Byrne vibes. Well, how's it been? How's everything been? The pictures were great, like I said, on People and everything. Look, I got a couple of those here too.
Big People magazine. What was it? Karma, what was it like being in People magazine?
Look at that.
How has life been different since people have been exposed to your identity? I think, like when she's in that mood and has that face, I think she reminds me of Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. But so far, no one has agreed with me.
Nobody's agreed with you on that one?
Not yet.
All we see is Rob when we look at her.
Oh, yeah?
It's her haircut and her grumpy face. Look at little Saba Zen, so peaceful.
Saba is so chill. Look at that.
Yeah.
I might have to take Karma to like mom.
Yeah.
You don't want it. You don't like the podcast. You don't like Daddy. You don't like Daddy's podcast. Daddy and Mommy's podcast.
It's okay.
Now that Mommy did her own single show.
Yeah.
How much do they weigh now?
She weighs 7 pounds and she weighs 8 pounds.
Wow, all right.
We might have to go with your grandma.
Good job, baby.
Wow. That was so chill.
I wish you had her eyes open in all the photos, though.
I would take her to mom.
Yeah.
All right, see ya.
Nice to meet you.
Katie. Look at Karma. Baby Karma. Oh, man. So, Robin.
TV might not be her thing.
Yeah, she might be a little camera shy still at this point. Is Saba usually this chill, Rob?
Yeah, I mean, she does cry when she wakes up hungry and or wants to be held and is feeling lonely or whatever. But yeah, she is definitely the peaceful, chill one out of the two of them. Huh.
Oh my gosh, she's so adorable.
She loves to stick her tongue out. She's one of those.
She's the classic wrestling promo.
Right.
Oh, look at that.
What's up, up in front of the Sabu wall.
Yes, right. Oh, Sap in front of that's true. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that Rob's got. Yeah, if you're listening on audio, you got to check out the screen itself because Rob's area is awesome. He got it real good setup in here. But take a look at a lot of neat stuff. You can check it out on rvdtv.com or on Rob Van Div's YouTube channel. But yes, if you're not, we're live, and we have a lot of people in the chat here too. Maddie's in the house. Kit Kat's here. We got Triple E. We got a lot of new faces in here. Candido fan too. Jem the Dawn's in the house too. So good to see everybody. If you have a question, feel free to ask Rob.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday for Mr. Monday Night, nonetheless, even. So, but yeah. Rob, what's been the reception about you having your first match back and everything like that? How has that been?
The reception from who?
Just from fans in general and everything like that. The word getting around that you returned to the ring and all that stuff. Has that been?
Man, a lot of people don't know that they don't even know. Most people say, "Oh, really? How long's it been since your last match?" And they don't know. But for the record, if you're listening and don't know and would like to know or won't be offended by being subject to knowing just by hearing this. But anyway, I had a match in Australia Friday, February 27th, just recently, 2 weeks ago maybe. And it was like a year before that my last match, it was April 5th. And on April 5th, it wasn't like a whole match. It was a battle royal. So, 5 minutes of me just throwing some kicks or whatever. So before that, it was a year, and that was an AEW match. So basically, since an AEW match that was sometime in 2024, it was 420. Matter of fact, it was, because they billed it as the 420 four-way threat match or something like that.
Oh, that's right. For Collision, it was AEW Collision.
Yeah. So since that match, all I'd had is this one little 5-minute experience in the ring when I broke my heels, and that's it in a 2-year span. But I did return last week. I got some matches that are booked coming up, and lots of other ones that may or may not get booked that we're talking about. But yeah, so if you're in my inner circle, then you know that it's been a while. So but awesomely, my conditioning was on point. I'm feeling awesome, and I'm very grateful and fortunate to have the means, to have everything at my disposal that I need to be able to train,
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. I love my routine. I love my gym. I love my sauna. I love spending my time doing what I've learned works best for me and not wasting my time with other shit. And, working out isn't a socializing thing for me. Fortunately, as soon as my heels were healed up enough to where
just giving you the
Iggy. When my heels were healed up enough to where I could carry a little bit of weight or whatever, I've been pretty motivated since, after having so much time where I had to sit on my ass.
How challenging was it for you, like when you broke your heels, and then the whole kind of recovery process? Because like did you have the option to get surgery if you wanted to, but you were just gonna kind of wait it out, right?
Yeah, I did. So my right foot is a little worse than my left foot. The doctor said the left foot, he said I could probably get away with not getting surgery and just letting that heal, and I would probably be fine. The right foot, he said, he would probably recommend surgery if it was most people. And he said that it's up to me, that, he's kind of he thinks on the fence that if I'd probably be okay without getting surgery, even though he wouldn't recommend that to most people. And so, yeah, of course, I hate surgery. So I will never get surgery unless I absolutely have to, which has only been one time ever in my life. And that's when I tore my ACL and my meniscus, and I had to get my knee operated on. Hey, baby.
Hey, she said she wanted one more chance.
Yeah.
One more chance. Carver's
One last time.
One.
There we go. They're both back.
That was being so good.
Oh, good.
But yeah, I had to get my meniscus bucket tear sewn together, and my ACL was replaced with my patella tendon. So that's the only surgery I've had, except one that I don't count, because when I was an infant, I did have a hernia, and it's something that I think it was like within my first year. It might have been within my first couple of days. I don't really know. It was so, I don't remember it. It was so long ago, but I do have a tiny little scar on my abdomen, and my mom says it's from a hernia removal or whatever the fuck they do. But I just got my knee surgery as the only one.
All right, let's think big picture for FanDuel this week, Rob. With the national championship of March Madness, early winner here the early favorite is Duke at plus 390. But look, I'm always a big Gonzaga fan. John Stockton, huge fan of John Stockton. They always kind of screw it up. But if you're feeling a little froggy, you can get Gonzaga at plus 4,500 to win the whole dang thing. So that's my second bet this week on FanDuel. That's crazy, Rob. I had a hernia too when I was a baby. Yeah, I remember. I guess I had surgery not long after I was born too.
And you don't remember yours either?
Don't remember mine either.
Yeah.
What don't you like? I mean, surgeries are never fun, but what don't you like about it? Does the hospital aspect freak you out, or is it just the process of going through it?
Well, everything. Like even way back in the ECW days, if I got busted open, if I could super glue it and just pinch it together for a few seconds and then boom, be done with it, that was so much better than spending the night going to the hospital, or even if the medics were there, getting the fucking needles, the numbing shots. The numbing shots themselves are not fun. And then after that, having the thread go through, and then maybe you have to come back later and do it. It was just, there's nothing enjoyable or appealing about getting stitches. And when it comes to surgery, same thing. I mean, if you don't need it, then fuck that. Like I like parts of my body that are fucked. Whenever people talk about getting it fixed, I always think it's not going to be 100% after surgery either. Like if you talk to somebody that's got plastic parts in their wrist, like 3D printed little carpal tunnel balls in their wrists, and have them say, yeah, I'm 100%. I'm lifting as much as I ever did. I don't think so. I think they're going to be sore. I think surgeries help contribute to arthritis. I feel like, especially if you get parts put in you, get metal parts put in you that aren't made for, aren't organic like your body. You get staples, and you get you know, I can't think of what they're called, but the things that splice bones together and all of that shit, I think, is asking for a lifetime of pain. So if I already got that, then you know, why go through all that shit for the same result? And then also once I lost my 4-year-old dog to getting her teeth cleaned and the anesthesia put her out. That's some of the worst pain I felt in my life. I was so not prepared for it. This little dog was so vulnerable, and I was just building this relationship. She was starting to trust me, and she was just a victim of the whole thing. And she was supposed to get her teeth cleaned, and fucking the anesthesia killed her. And it happens often, you know. I mean, I was really hurt. And then Booker T told me he lost his mom that way. Wow. And I'm like, well, fuck, you know, who am I? I got to keep my mouth shut and not cry like a bitch around him. Holy shit, you know? And then that's the thing now that I think about before anything, you know, like if Katie's, you know, Katie's not as much against it, obviously, you know, and if she talks about wanting to do something just to enhance her looks prospectively or whatever, I'm dead set against it if it involves anesthesia right off the bat, because, you know, what the fuck? What if you died from it? And there's plenty of stories out there about women that just thought they were getting like a Brazilian butt lift. Dangerous. And then they die and leave their family.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's nothing appealing about it whatsoever, bro.
Yeah, no, it doesn't sound like it. Yeah, no.
Not surgery unless I absolutely need it.
No, I mean, when I was a kid, I had several surgeries and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely not fun or a good process. Ugh. Yeah. No, it's crazy. Yeah, you don't expect that stuff, especially with anesthesiology and things like. How could you prepare yourself like for your dog for that to happen to your dog and stuff? That's just, yeah, that's tough.
Horrible.
That was she was so full of life, you know, and so young and happy, and I was working she was so scared of me. So working on building her trust and strengthening that bond was like going so well. It was like a big part of my life at that time because I was separated, you know, and fucking just in this big old house by myself and had that relationship, and bam, on my birthday.
Oh man, on your birthday too. Oh man.
Forgot that detail.
Yeah, the evil ex thought she'd surprise me and take the dog to go get her teeth cleaned for some weird ass present for me. Some weird ass birthday present. It wasn't even my dog, it was her dog.
Wow.
But,
man.
Yeah, but we kind of shared the dog, you know, but definitely the dog liked her way better than me. Like she belonged to evil ex, just like, you know, just like Barbie's mine, and the dogs choose who they want. But well, bless you.
Oh, bless you.
But, yeah. So if you don't need surgery, avoid it at all costs. I could have got my right foot, and then you know, then you got to heal from the surgery anyway. So you know, it affects the healing time, but in what way? You know, does it make it heal quicker, or does it add to the healing time? Anyway, I hope I have answered your question, young man.
You did. Thank you. Thank you, sir. They're very, very good. All right. Today, we're excited to introduce a new sponsor to the show, Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They've been fighting for the people for over 35 years and have recovered over $30 billion for their clients. Not only are they one of our new sponsors, but they are also the official law firm partner of WWE. So what I love most about Morgan & Morgan is that they are truly for the people. Today, they're coming in hot too, and we want to hook one of our lucky customers up with 2 tickets to WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas this April 18th and 19th. That's right. They want to send one of you to Las Vegas to watch WrestleMania 42 Live. In addition to the 2 tickets to WrestleMania, they will also be giving this lucky winner $2,000 to help cover the travel expenses to Las Vegas. So get ready for that. So to enter, all you have to do is text HEAT42 to 4 the people. That's HEAT42 to 484-373-6753 and follow the prompts. Don't miss out on your chance to watch WrestleMania 42 live. Just text HEAT42 for the people. Disclaimer, no purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the 48 contiguous United States and DC who are 18 plus. Sweepstakes ends March 29th, 2026. This is a paid advertisement. Katie, somebody has a question for you in here. It's Triple E. He says, Katie, what's the hand tattoo? What would you rate the pain on the hand tattoo compared to other tattoos you have on a 1 to 5 scale?
My hand tattoo, it's a Ganesh.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Unilome is what's on my finger, and then a heart. And it's super painful. The hand and the foot is the most painful because like all those little bones and there's like no fat on top to protect. So yeah, this was like the worst. So I would say a 5 as in the worst. This and the foot being the 2 worst ones.
Wow. How long of a process was that to get the Ganesh on there?
Maybe 5 hours, I think.
Dang. Yeah.
Yeah. Dang. Some of my tattoos, I do all day session, and it was like 8 hours. So that was the longest. Like I would sit at a time, and that was on my leg. Yeah, so that was really painful too.
Ooh.
The leg is third. I'd say foot number 1 most painful. Hand is number 2 most painful, and then leg, like my calf, is 3 most painful.
Oh dang. Oh, Katie, I wanted to ask you too. You know who Kat Von D is?
Yeah.
She was in Whole Foods yesterday, and I directed her to the bathroom.
That's so cool.
I didn't even know who she was. And somebody like afterwards, I heard a couple customers talk, and they're like, "Oh, did you see?" And I was like, "Was that somebody?" And they're like, "Yeah, that was Kat Von D." I was like, "Oh, I've heard of her before."
So pretty.
Yeah.
We saw Greg Dammer Valentine at Sprouts too.
Yeah.
Did you? Yes.
I saw him at the grocery store. I was just watching Von podcast on the Theo Vaughn this past weekend podcast, and she was the guest. I really like her.
I'll have to check that out. My interaction was only very brief with her, but she was very nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I had a couple of my coworkers flipping out. They're like, "What? She's here?" I was like, "Yeah, she's around there somewhere." But
she was nice.
Yeah, she had all. I noticed she had all her tattoos blacked out too.
Yeah, it's all blacked out.
Yeah, all blacked out and stuff. Ooh, here's a good question. Bravo, Dad. Thanks for the $10, Bravo, Dad. He says, does them babies have nicknames yet? Did you nickname Sabo and Karma yet?
Well, Karma's name is Karma Star. So I said when she's a wrestler, she's going to have the Car Star Frog Splash.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So her nickname, I want it to be Car Star, but he says Mr. Wonderful, what she looked like.
Oh, yeah.
Not Mr. Wonderful. Oh, no, it is Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah. And then Saba, he like will just jokingly call her Saba the Hutt, like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
And sometimes I call her Little Daddy because she looks just like Rob.
He's got the nose, Rob. She's got the RVD nose.
I saw that in the ultrasound.
Little car.
Yeah, he calls Karma Little Car.
Little baby car.
She's chilling out now. She's got that bottle going, so it's good.
And she ate right before the show.
Really?
At bedtime, she just starts binge eating.
Just like all of us do, right?
Yeah. She's like hibernating for the night, like just wants to eat as much as possible.
Yeah.
And now she's fallen asleep with the bottle in her mouth. But when she's crying, it's either she's hungry, wants to be held normally, or if she's inconsolable, then it's a tummy ache. So I'm starting to learn the differences and all of that, and it's all just like problem solving to make them happy. That's my whole day.
Rob was talking last week too, how he's kind of understanding like when they're crying and what that means and stuff like that too.
Yeah. They have different cries for different things. Like she has the tiniest little cry when she's tired. And then the big cry she was doing at the beginning of the show is a hungry cry.
That's the hungry cry.
This would make her happy.
Picking up on them signals.
Yeah.
Has your mom helped you out, like kind of understanding certain aspects of it all too, Katie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the shirt.
Yeah, RVD's girls.
Yeah.
That looks great.
Yeah, mom's helped me a lot.
Yeah.
You didn't like that.
Oh, that's great.
And she has 5 kids. She has 4 kids
Sorry.
and 15 grandkids. So she knows babies.
Yeah, she's got some experience for sure.
Yeah. She's a seasoned vet with the kids.
Seasoned vet and a half.
Yeah.
We'll hit some super chats here too. Frankie Teresa always asks the good question. Robbie asked, any memories of Scott Hall in ECW? How about Sid?
I don't remember Scott being at ECW at all. I mean, I know of the story about when he came to the building in Kissimmee, and we were doing the agricultural center there at Kissimmee. That was a regular stop for us. I know the night they were talking about, but I wasn't privy to watching or didn't even know what was going on, with him being invited there. And I think Shane Douglas kicked him out or wanted him kicked out. Something like that. Oh, you don't know about that story?
No, I don't know this story.
What's wrong with you, man?
I know. I'm like a huge Scott Hall fan. I don't know this.
Research, bro. Was it Stevie? It sounds weird, but it almost seems like maybe Stevie might have invited Scott to come. I don't know, but he was invited to come out, and he came out and say hello, and Shane Douglas wanted to fight him. They had some kind of heat from before. It seems like Bammer was attached to it. Like maybe he had Shane's back, or he had heat with him too, or something. But I didn't know at the time, and I've only heard the story told several times, on shoot interviews and stuff like that by other people. So I got 0 Scott Hall ECW stories. What was the second part of that? Was there a second? I was just really happy that Sid was in our company. I thought it gave us a lot of credibility. I thought he was a great heel, monster heel. He looked great. I was a fan, and I thought he was really good for ECW. I don't think I worked with him at all. I think I smoked a doobie with him once.
Nice.
I'm not even 100% sure about that though, but I think I did. Not just me, but Sabu and whoever. And we're talking with them, and you get to know someone a little bit when you're having that conversation. But I liked him. I was really looking forward to working him later on when we were in.
Was that for me?
Hey, shut the fuck up.
She's trying to butt in on the family. What the heck?
Always. It's the FBI. I always tell Katie. FBI spying on us. You got to be careful. Be careful, Saba. We were in AWR, a group out of Ireland, and we were both on tour, and we were scheduled to work with each other. Didn't happen, and I was really looking forward to it because, like I said, I think he's a great monster heel. And I was thinking I could have a great match with him, and I was really looking forward to it, but he wasn't. and I was trying to talk him into looking forward to it, and he was like saying on the bus, like, I don't know, man, I don't know if I'm in shape to go with you. Like, he was intimidated to actually wrestle me, or thought that wrestling me, I was gonna have to have tables and ladders and chairs and oh my, and all that shit, which is ridiculous. That's as ridiculous as the internet mark community thinking that I was a hypocrite for not liking the gross stuff because I was ECW. That wasn't part of my stuff. We didn't. Which, let's talk about that afterwards. But we didn't, impel each other on purpose and shit like that. But anyway, that Sid on the first night in. This was in Ireland, and mostly Ireland. I don't know where, Germany, wherever the fuck we were. On the first night in, Sid clotheslined X-Pac so hard in the face that I don't know if it's correct to say that he pulled his bicep, but he definitely injured himself, and his arm, it was purple. The whole fucking the rest of the tour. And so he was complaining about that every day. This is going way past the question, but hey, whatever, he provoked the story. That's what we do here.
We do.
Yeah. Sid had a purple arm. He was complaining every day that he wasn't up to being able to wrestle me in it, because it was going to build to that in a few days, however long the tour was. We were gonna, and I was like, bro, you don't even know how I'm gonna dance around you and make you. It's gonna be your best match you ever had, bro. Trust me. And he was like, I don't know, man. My arm, I can't really go with my arm like this. And anyway, one time we had like a 10-hour bus ride, and he talked the promoter into flying him, because he was saying that he doesn't have enough time to work out and sleep a full night at the hotel when he takes the bus, which, of course, no shit, none of us do. That's part of the, that's part of the roughs of being on the road. And if you're a big enough star to get around that, then more power to you. You know what I mean? But that's just one way of looking at it. Anyway, the night came down to it, and man, I was excited about wrestling with him, and I wanted to talk to him about it, and he was just like gone. I was having a hard time finding him. He had the match switched so that he wrestled X-Pac again, and the match consisted of two moves. He kicked him in the gut, he power bombed him, and he pinned him. It was X-Pac's probably easiest payday that he ever got. But he wasn't happy. He wasn't there to do that. Wasn't looking forward to, artistically. He was unfulfilled that night.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sid left. Boom. He didn't stick around for the rest of the tour. And who am I to say how bad his arm hurt? I'm not trying to imply anything other than I was really looking forward to working with him. It didn't happen.
Wow. Yeah. No, that would be frustrating. Like you're like X-Pac, or for you, even for that matter. It's just like,
well, people always ask me, like, who would you like to work that you haven't, or who do you? And I always say, I don't really have fantasy matches. I don't. But when I think about it, there is like moments like this and stories like this that might not come to mind when I'm asked. But yeah, I was really looking forward to that one. I was gonna let myself mark out a little bit and fight the giant, giant stack of muscle. He's like, who? Man, that would have been a great story to tell. But anyway, sometimes you can tell it with other characters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone said RVD versus Facade. That would be good.
God, I love Facade. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Neon brother.
Yeah, the Neon Ninja.
No.
Yeah.
Neon Ninja. He's going to be in Vegas too, I know, for WrestleMania weekend.
For what?
For WrestleMania weekend, Facade's going to be there.
Oh.
At least I think he is. I guess I should not.
Everybody else will probably. I like that he gives Sabu respect before he does the chair top rope jump.
Yeah. He's such a cool dude. He's a very nice person too. It's neat to kind of get to know him. I did look up the Scott Hall thing. So yes, apparently this is according to AI. So take it for what you will, everybody. Scott Hall was asked to leave ECW locker room in 1998 by Shane Douglas, Bam Bam, and the Triple Threat after showing up uninvited with Just Incredible. The heated confrontation occurred in Florida, like you said, Rob, where ECW wrestlers, particularly Douglas, confronted Hall due to past animosity and his unwelcome presence, causing him to leave. So there it is. So, yes. I do know later on he fought Just Incredible in a match in like 2000 or like in ECW, and so that got a lot of fanfare, I know too, back then. So.
Scott Hall did it in 2000.
Yeah, 2000.
Where the fuck did I?
I don't know if were you injured at that time or something, or you might have been on. It might have been 2001 too, like because ECW was my timeline's not lining up, but
here's a question for someone in the chat room, maybe.
Yes.
Come on. I'm saying, did RVD ever wrestle in Pittsburgh? Come on, bro.
That's a joke. It has to be.
He's got Kit Kat. You're a regular, aren't you? You should know, right?
Bro, he's wrestled everywhere zillions of times. In Pittsburgh, I used to wrestle at the Mellon Arena.
Yeah.
The David Lawrence Center. The Beaver Dome. Yeah.
The lovely Rose Traver Ice Garden.
Yeah, if you want to call that Pittsburgh, yeah. Just
yeah.
Sure, yeah, so many venues. And what am I doing there? I told you I'm coming there for something.
Steel City Con, April 12th.
April 12th, I will be there. Steel City Con. Won't be my first time doing Steel City Con either. That's last time I was there, Steel City Con, like the Dukes of Hazzards were there, fuck. Oh, okay. I thought I lost you.
No, you're here.
Which that dude, the blonde, do you know his name?
Wait. That's before my time.
Not Bo, Luke. No, Luke.
Bo and Luke, I think, were the two names. Is that right?
He's got to be Bo. I'm confused.
Bo. It's Bo.
And he was Superman's dad in Smallville.
Oh, yeah, John Schneider.
Yeah, thank you. One of the nicest dudes ever. Like, seriously, one of the very top of my list of nicest people I've ever met. I just think he's so cool. At least, if not, then he's fooled me, because whenever I'm around him, he's got that vibe, and he's just so pleasant and funny and in a good mood, and good goals. But also, when at that time, the Janet from Three's Company was there, and I'm not sure who else from Three's Company, but I saw them when I checked into the hotel. I saw them on the poster that was in the hotel lobby, and I was looking at the poster, and then I was realizing, wow, when I was a kid and watched Three's Company, like I liked brunettes back then. Like I never realized it till right now, seeing the bigger picture. And I was just thinking that, and the elevator opened up and she walked out.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. And I just told her, I just said, I always liked brunettes better than blondes. And she said, me too, or something. I realized it till putting the whole thing together. But no offense, blondes. Hey, a hot girl is a hot girl.
Yeah.
We definitely.
Bob, who was your television crush back in the day when you were a kid? Did you have somebody?
All of them. I don't know. Maybe I might have liked Chrissy Snow, the blonde. I don't know. Janet apparently, but man, who's I gonna name? Maybe the Dukes of Hazzard girl.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I'm trying to think. I
I
like
can't think of her name. I can't think of her name either right now. I'm blanking. Must be. Daddy must be sleepy. You being so good awake this whole time, and
She's just watching him talk.
yeah,
really. That's awesome.
Uh,
When he was just holding her, Katie, it was so cute. Like he's just like hanging out, like as Rob's talking about like wrestling in ECW or whatever. Great stuff. Let's see if I can find. We got Frankie. He asked another question. Story of wrestling.
but I don't know. Whatever. Aaron, no, Daisy Duke and
Oh yeah, Daisy Duke.
whatever her real name is. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sorry.
That's okay. Frankie asked, story of wrestling guys who are way too pilled up.
Guys in a hurry, not you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure she accepts it.
What's Alexa? What's Daisy Duke's name?
Daisy Duke is a fictional character from the Dukes of Hazzard TV series. Did you know she's the cousin of Bo and Luke Duke?
No, what is the actress's name that played her?
I have it here if she doesn't.
Catherine Bach played Daisy Duke in the Dukes of Hazzard TV series.
There you go. Catherine Bach. All right. She is attractive. I'm looking at her now.
He does well at cons. There's some kind of Dukes of Hazzard con or something. I don't even know where Hazzard County is. Is that Georgia? Is that Kentucky?
Boy, I don't know. Let me take a look. Because
Yes.
Dukes of
They
Hazzard.
were moonshiners and they outran police and they ran cops off the road and stuff all the time. And
Yeah, with their Dodge Charger.
you couldn't even put that on TV now, probably.
Hazzard County. Where's Hazzard County at? Somebody tell me. Because it's not, Wikipedia's not.
Alexa, where is Hazzard County from Dukes of Hazzard?
Georgia.
Wow, I'm from
That's
Georgia. That I didn't.
Hazzard County is a fictional location in Georgia, created for the Dukes of Hazzard TV series.
It ain't even real.
Wow. What a letdown.
It's a work, bro.
It's all a work. The Dukes of Hazzard was a work, man. Frankie asked you, Rob, story of wrestling any guys who were way too pilled up.
Great question. I can't think of one fucking story.
No?
No. No.
Did a certain amount of wrestlers, like, did they wrestle pilled up and they were just like, you're kind of just used to it?
Well, it's not just being used to it. It's that most or all the ones I can think of right now, even if they took pills, they took them responsibly enough to where they could still do their job. Yeah.
They knew their threshold kind of deal.
Yeah, I can't think of one time being in the ring with someone where that. I mean, maybe it might have happened. I mean, in my career, obviously, I've seen just about everything happen, but I can't think. I can think of the guy that took acid and was tripping in the ring. I can think of a lot of mushrooms and
They were still able to wrestle good.
Still able to wrestle, yeah, and not be a problem. So
How about the guy on acid?
Couldn't even tell.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was in Japan. Yeah.
Man, that's wild. That's wild.
That is crazy, especially when with wrestling and you need like your balance. Like you think it would just throw off everything if somebody was too messed up.
Right?
Yeah.
Jeez. Man, I couldn't even imagine. I'm unathletic in the first place, so if I was fucking tripping on acid, oh my God.
Maybe just because you're wrestling at professional people that are good at what they do. So they're like good enough to know I can wrestle on acid. Where like if you were just wrestling somebody in a backyard wrestling thing, they're probably like they're already the shit. So then if they take acid, they're really the shits.
They're really the shits on acid.
I just had to think of one story. One thing that comes to mind, Dory Funk Jr. told me this one time it was in the daytime. We were in an arena in Japan, and I was like feeling like shit because I drank a lot the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a peer pressure kind of night where Crawford was, making me drink to come on, be one of the boys. We're all drinking. Come on, icky. And, kind of fun at my expense when I was really young. And I remember talking to Dory one time saying, oh my God, I feel like I'm going to puke. And I got a headache, and I don't know how I'm going to fucking not die tonight. And Dory said something that rang to be true throughout my entire career. And I never forgot that he said that. But he said, usually no matter how we're feeling, usually by the time it's bell time, we're usually able to pull it together and make it through the match. And I was like, no matter what? He's like, yeah, no matter what. You'll see when the bell rings and it's time to go, you won't have a problem. You'll be ready to go. And he was right. And I've thought back to that moment so many times when either I was questioning something in the match or my ability to pull a match off, whether it was for high risk reasons that just added tension to the job at hand, or whether it was feeling sick or just tired and not up to the task or whatever. Whenever I had any doubt or whatever, and I remember Dory saying that, it always helped get me through. So thank you, Dory Funk Jr., for that piece of advice. And anyone else listening, give Dory credit for it. Keep it, apply it. I have found it to be 100% accurate when I have felt like complete dog shit. Once the bell rang, even if it wasn't the best match I ever had, there was a couple I had where I was like really hungover and it still hurt to take bumps and hit the ring and stuff. And that was probably 2016, maybe into 17. But I remember one match was with Teddy Hart in Rahway. One was with Jack Swagger. We were just talking about those matches. Yeah. But got through them, just like Dory said, and those two stand out as me not completely kicking out and feeling 100% ready to go, but still being able to do what nobody in the crowd would be able to do,
Yeah, man. Yeah, that is kind of neat that Dory did say that. I remember when I chatted with Terry once, he mentioned that how he had like a hernia, and like how he just kind of like, oh, you just got to get used to it. That's all. And like, he's like, just dealing with it. It's like, oh, all right. But like by the time I'm sure the match builds up, it's almost like anything else. Like I think about theater, I get so nervous before doing a show or something like that. But by the time I'm out there, it's just completely gone. And it's completely different than injury, actually doing physical ailment. But like
that's gotten me through so many nights, like since Dory said that probably, 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. So many times when I've just doubted myself based on how I feel, like, oh, I'm tired or my back hurts or, oh my God, I'm going to be the shits tonight. And then I thought about it and it's like, what are the odds that tonight's going to be the one time that I don't rock the house and shit? That ain't happening, bro. That shit ain't happening.
I actually, we talked about Shane, and it kind of ties into what we're talking about here too. So last year, they had a Bruno Sammartino event here in Pittsburgh, and I filmed it like in a panel. And Shane Douglas was there, Stan Hansen was there, Bill Apter, and it was a panel, a question and answer panel. And somebody asked Shane about like his memories of ECW in Pittsburgh, and he actually told this story. I have the clip right here, and I want to get your thoughts on this too, Rob. It's about Bruno and Dominic DeNucci, actually, and he ties it into ECW, so take a look.
I hope the fans out there that may not be familiar with ECW realize that what we were doing was trying to further what Bruno and Stan and Dominic and those guys were doing. The WWE had taken, or FM, had taken wrestling way to cartoon land, which was great, made a lot of money. We couldn't bring it right back to where Dominic and Bruno and Stan were wrestling. We had to take it so far past that to be so outlandish to get people to turn their interest to it. But in the middle of all of that, New Jack jumping off of things and Sandman swinging the cane and Sabu putting people through tables, the world champion for ECW was a guy that had been trained by Dominic and Bruno's overlooking and all those other guys we had mentioned. So that in the middle of all that chaos, the champion was a wrestler. And so that's what I think needs to be the takeaway for ECW, is that we were trying to get the business back on track and trying to give it in our view of it, the FTW view, and that was how we did it. It was my honor.
FTW means
Okay, so yeah, that's I thought that was really interesting what Shane had to say. Did you see that too in certain ways?
I spaced out. To be honest, I spaced out.
That's all right. So he was basically saying though, like, while all this WWE pivoted and did like the kids stuff mostly, like, you know, during like the mid 90s, early 90s and stuff like that. And so like ECW gets brought in, and he was like, sure, there's been the game plan was kind of have all this crazy kind of stuff happen, like with Sandman with the cane, Sabu doing table stuff and all that other stuff. But he said, but at the core too, you had at the top, you had the wrestling champion, like a pro wrestling champion that was like trained under like somebody like a Dominic DeNucci and a Bruno. And so he was like, that kind of added into it a little bit and gave it like the almost putting it back, wrestling back on the track of what it originally was, instead of like all the kids like Duke the Dumpster or whoever, you know, name your job gimmick kind of thing. So that's kind of what he's getting at though. And I thought that was pretty interesting. Did you kind of see that or
Get that, baby? They just said.
I was thinking about the kids.
okay.
So I heard there was a champion on top in
ECW as Shane Douglas, since he was he was like you weren't known for doing all the crazy stuff either. But like since he was more of a wrestling type, he was like the world champion. And so ECW kind of had that goal in mind to kind of get wrestling back on track. But you also had this extreme crazy stuff that was also part of the ecoscape too. So there was kind of that mentality going in there to kind of get wrestling more to a credible level again, instead of all the kids stuff, so to speak, I think is what.
True.
Yeah.
Sweet. Everybody brought what they brought to ECW. You know what I mean? We were all different. There was like the gangsters, you know, that did all garbage match weapon stuff, no wrestling. And then there was others that did just wrestling, like Lance Storm or Jerry Lynn, you know, that weren't about being hardcore at all, and everything in between. So like everybody kind of connected with the crowd in their own way, and we had that platform to do that. So some of us were very successful at connecting with the crowd and elevating our position and our stardom, you know, because it was based on that. And like it was like I was just thinking about like how many stoners probably RVD's their favorite wrestler just because they like weed. So they found out RVD likes weed, and that makes RVD their favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that are like that, and that's a spiritual connection that happens. But you know, Sandman did his thing. He wasn't known for being a collegiate wrestler or anything like that. And then I was kind of doing like Sandman as far as like taking an adult content area and connecting that way. But Yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess I don't know. Shane was just talking about himself. It wasn't always necessarily, or nor could it be always someone that's just a good technical wrestler. If that's what you think he was saying.
I think, maybe he was talking more about himself, but I think too in the way that he was like, well, you had somebody that like kind of was a almost like a foundational wrestler at the top for that part where ECW was really kind of catching fire, but to like maybe what you were saying later on too. Obviously, when Shane lost the title, you got like Taz in the mix, who added some different kind of style. And then Mike Awesome became like almost like a merger of all that together because he had so credibility as his size and everything, but still did extreme stuff. So I think he was just kind of getting it on the track of like, hey, let's get some credibility back to pro wrestling instead of like all the kids stuff that we're used to seeing recently in WWF at the time. So maybe that's it.
Did you see the AEW footage last night of Hangman and
MJF?
Yeah, and MJF. Yeah.
It was horrible.
Wasn't it? Right?
I was so mad. I was just scrolling on my timeline and saw that. I was like grossed out.
So when I followed them because she was mad that she was exposed to that. Gross. Sticking the syringe through his face.
And there's like really no point to it, really, because like if you're even telling a story of sticking a needle in somebody's mouth, why are you sticking it through their mouth? Wouldn't you want to just inject them with something?
I mean, we're talking about it. I can't really go with you and say it's pointless. They got us talking, and they like doing that gross stuff that makes people talk. You know, it does have that car crash appeal where it's kind of hard to turn away when you're saying what they're doing. I just think that every day.
I just think to a point though, it's like you're putting a ceiling on yourself as a television product because like if somebody's watching that and sees that, they're not going to tune back in. I don't think it casts a wide net. Like it doesn't. I mean, people will see it, but then we know how the media cycle goes nowadays. It's just like you see it and then it's gone like the next time. And so how much are you going to retain keeping for a long-term an audience when you do crazy, pointless stuff like that? I think
you better be careful. You're going to have a lot of internet community members coming after you.
I already do. Not for that one, but I took a different take because Ronda Rousey debuted in the AEW last night too.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people, AEW fans, were really against her because she made like controversial comments back in the day about like Sandy Hook and some other stuff. And so they were like, oh, why are you bringing her in and everything like that? And I was like, if you don't understand why AEW didn't bring Ronda Rousey in, you don't understand pro wrestling because you're trying to get a bigger audience in to watch it. And I got attacked on it. So, yeah, but right. It's, I don't know. AEW does a lot of cool things, I think, in a lot of times, but then sometimes I'm just like, what are you doing? You're limiting yourself, it seems.
I just hate needles. And people like look at me like, no way, you have so many tattoos. How do you hate needles? But like the actual watching it pierce, like just makes my skin crawl.
Ugh, yeah. How do you feel about glass and stuff like that too? When they use glass, that doesn't gross me out as bad as it's just like the needles penetrating. Like I just hate seeing that. Yeah. Ugh. I'm not a fan of it either. Yeah.
That's what they want, I mean, I think it's intended to gross you out for entertainment value,
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's definitely, they have an agenda for that for sure to try to get they want some buzz, no doubt. And they get it. Yeah. Well, like you said, we're talking about it, but is it good for the long-term stuff? I think like people see that as a television.
I won't be tuning in to see more of it,
Right.
I mean?
That's it. Right. We're talking about it, but are you going to bring people in there to watch them? Oh, I got to see that again. I don't know.
Not myself.
No.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Hey, who's a 5-star athlete? Oh, man, you know it. It's Rob Van Dam. Who's got some big legs? That's Rob Van Dam. He's got to do that Van Terminator, and he needs the right pair of jeans to do that Van Terminator in. So, you can't get any better than the perfect gene. No doubt about it. This is 100% truth. The Perfect Gene is my favorite pair of jeans that I have ever owned. I got the Joker Blue. I'm typically a waist 28, 30 length. I've bulked up since then. So now I go 29, 30. And I tell you what, if you're somebody that is an athlete or that goes to the gym, you want a pair of jeans that the fly doesn't go down, stays up, fits your form, fits you well, but is still comfortable. And the Perfect Gene absolutely has that for you. Well, we absolutely have a great deal for our listeners this week on One of a Kind with RVD. That's right. The Perfect Gene is offering all our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectgene.nyc or Google The Perfect Gene and use code RVD15. That's RVD15 for 15% off.
Maddie adds. Maddie adds. Obafemi powerbomb Brock Lesnar challenging for Mania. So
What? Did he really?
yeah, on Raw tonight, Obafemi powerbomb Brock Lesnar. So
Nobody powerbombs Brock Lesnar.
it just happened. It just happened.
Did you leave him laying? I guess.
You left him laying. Yeah. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. That'll be a good match though. Obafemi versus Brock.
Right, because that's the really really big black dude, right? That's like 7 feet tall or something.
Yeah, he's pretty big. I don't know how tall he is, but he's definitely like Lesnar sized.
Oh, he's thick.
You're thinking of Omos. You're thinking of Omos.
Yeah. Okay. I know who you mean now.
Yeah. But Obafemi, he like walks like this to the ring now.
Right. I know who you mean now. Yeah, he's like Lesnar.
Yeah,
he's like a black Lesnar. That will be a good match.
Yeah, that will be good. Here's an interesting question. All right. Ryan's World. Can you ask RVD if he has thought about running for governor like Jesse Ventura did for Minnesota?
Yes. The answer is no.
I said he could run for mayor.
You should, mayor of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Incredible. Yeah, I would like to meet our former mayor, Oscar
De La Hoya.
No,
That's what I was thinking.
Goodman.
It's
The Gold Boy.
Oscar
Yeah, it's
Goodman.
Goodman.
Yeah, I just didn't want to say because I'm thinking Goldwyn. Good. Yeah, Oscar Goodman is still around, and I would like to meet him. Hopefully, before he's not around anymore, because he's old and he's up there.
Didn't we look at his house? When we were
we
house
looked at his
shopping?
house. Yeah, when we were wanting to move to Las Vegas and we were house shopping, which we took a long time. I think like a year and a half looking at houses, if I remember right.
Wow.
I forgot.
Yeah, because we weren't in a big hurry and wanted to get the right thing. But anyway, one of the houses was former Oscar Goodman's house. We met his wife when she was mayor, but he was mayor for 3 or 4 terms, and then his wife was mayor for several terms, and so they kind of ruled the city. But he was also the lawyer for all the mobsters back in the day. Plays himself in casino. Another house that we were looking at had pictures in one of the rooms, and I looked at one of the pictures on the wall, and it was a basketball player, Tracy Murray. I was like, I know this dude.
Oh.
Yeah. And Tracy Murray, yeah.
Yeah, we were touring his house.
Yeah. I called him up and dude, I'm at your house.
Wow. Okay, yeah, he played for the Lakers. And yeah, how about that?
He did something with WWE, and that's where I met him. You know, I was with Book, and Book knew him.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Long time ago. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting looking at his house because he had left some photos up in his maybe he thought it was going to help sell it.
Rob, if you were mayor of Pittsburgh, Las Vegas. If you were mayor of Las Vegas, what kind of changes would you make for the city?
Get rid of daylight savings time.
Yeah.
I mean, if I really had to find something to put some energy into or whatever, I don't know what the answer is, but there's quite an issue with homeless people here, you know, and they live in tunnels underneath the city.
Whoa.
Which is a lot of shelter for them, but then when it rains or something, they get flooded out. But homeless people everywhere is a weird issue because they're people, and you know, they fucking don't even have shelter. They're doing what they can, surviving out there in the streets, and then people treat them like they're bugs.
Yeah.
You know? It's a really weird issue. So if I was mayor of Las Vegas, I would try to find a cure or something that helps the homeless people eat or sleep.
Speaking of eating,
or both.
Sava's trying to eat Rob's leg. She's getting hungry. She's like on his leg.
Is there food in there?
Oh, she's smacking her lips.
They're on a strictly milk diet so far.
So right.
Oh.
What did you say? Say that again, Saba.
She's chatty.
Yeah.
Chatty.
Yeah. She talks in her sleep too.
Yeah.
Philadelphia says, "Congrats on the new tag team."
Thank you.
Yes.
So does the Singapore kid. Says, "Congratulations, guys! Finally seeing the twin."
Yeah. Yeah, they're finally ready to be seen.
Yeah.
And then Seth, he drops us $20. He says, "What's up, Van Dam fam? Peace and love."
Hey, Seth.
What
Yeah,
up,
see you,
dude?
my brother.
Yeah. Gonna be at Ontario Mills Comic Con in May 17th.
May 17th. I think I have the poster here, Rob. Let's see.
Tell them.
Nope. This one. Wait. Nope.
Tell
That
him
one.
to speak Seth because that's kind of LA.
Yeah. All right, Seth. So, yeah, there you go. May 17th. Go see Rob if you can. You can check out Rob, too. WrestleMania weekend. He's all over the map for WrestleMania weekend. April 17th, high stakes in Las Vegas. I think you're wrestling. Is that the one? It says Rob Van Dam in action at that one. The shooting star.
Yeah, so, this is Big Time Wrestling, which used to be run by Kirk White in San Jose. Good friend of mine. Good friend of a lot of us. You know, he was a really good guy, and we miss him. And his family is keeping the shows going. So we've been talking for the last few years. You know, they've been really hoping something would work out. And lo and behold, they are here in Las Vegas, in our town where we live. And so I'm able to work this out together. So I will be wrestling at an afternoon show. I believe it's the 17th of April.
Yep, 17th of April.
2:00 show, 2 to 5.
Ooh,
And
nice.
then, Hall of Fame afterwards. And then there's a midnight show, ICP and GCW, and I'll be wrestling at that one as well.
And I'll be reffing at that show.
Yeah, Katie's reffing. Special guest rep.
They might not have broke that yet, but I don't know. I've been telling people anyway, so might as well say it on my show.
Might as well. Why the heck not, huh? I tell you what, I caught a clip of Big Vito and Ken Anderson on JCW with Russo, and it was so funny. But Big Vito's so funny. He was just like, he's calling Ken Anderson a jerk off. He's like, "Look at this jerk off."
Yeah. Couple pieces of art that made it back from.
Ooh, nice.
I need a lefty, is what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're two right-handed ones. Right-handed thumbs going down.
But
I ran out of food. I don't have any more food.
LB, and what's that one's name?
Rue from Monroe.
Rue. I don't know. Bone Breaker 2014 on Instagram.
Oh,
I did follow you.
Oh,
Yeah. Dude,
how about that?
I didn't show you this thing,
she's
right?
hungry again.
No. That's what you were talking about last week?
Yeah, so it looks So it looks like a barrel of a gun, right? They would hold the bullets in it.
Yeah.
It glows in the dark.
Ooh.
You gotta just take my word on that. And then when you unscrew the top, look what it looks like inside. I had a lighter in the middle, and 8 pre-rolled doobies in that.
Dude, that's sweet.
What a cool fucking gift. Best gift ever.
Somebody made that with their 3D printer, Rob?
Somebody made it with a 3D printer, brought it out to the wrestling show on Friday, BCW. And then they, are you leaving?
Yeah, she wants another bottle.
And then brought me another one on Sunday. So I have 2 of them. 8 times 2, that's 16 pre-rolled doobies.
Do you want me to get the bong? Or
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, let me push that.
Okay.
You want me to hold Sabotage come back, or what?
Sure.
Are you gonna take him? Okay.
Okay.
Let me and Carmen are gonna go. Okay.
Sav is so chill. Look at her.
She is.
Her middle name's Zen.
Yeah. He's so,
Yeah, perfect.
he's so relaxed. What a good baby. What a good baby.
Man. Boy, Rob, that's awesome. Just so cute.
How much water should I put in that?
Just
That bong?
like what I got here. Don't roll off the couch. No, like what I got here. Just.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, we got next weekend or this weekend rather, we will be in Spokane, Washington. Right?
Yeah.
Got a poster for that?
Yep. Airway Heights, Washington. March 21st. Check it out, everybody. Rob will be there. Hanging out.
Yes, sir.
It'll be good stuff.
Hopefully the travel's not too bad because of the government shutdown. I don't know if anybody has been traveling, but from what I understand, there's like 3-hour waits at TSA and
God,
so,
really?
yeah.
Is that because of the war stuff going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a government shutdown. I really don't know all the details to it, but I was asking Alexa about what to expect for next weekend, and she says expect it to still be fucked up.
Dang it.
Yeah.
So much stuff
Is that
complicated.
for me?
Yeah, you told me that next weekend is going to be fucked up for traveling because of the government shutdown.
Oh, okay.
There's a partial government shutdown affecting TSA operations, causing long lines and delays at airports. Travelers are advised to arrive up to 3 hours early for security screening.
Yeah, like I've ever been to the airport 3 hours early. I usually get there and say, "We don't even board." When I'm parking the car, I'm like, "We don't even board for 2 minutes." I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing all right.
Yeah,
I got time. I got time.
I got time to get a stop at the bar. There.
Have a couple champagnes.
The
Irish coffee. Yeah, you still doing the Irish coffees?
when I can,
Yeah.
when available.
When available. Maddie chimes in too. He says, RVD versus Punk, since we didn't get Cena, smoke him. He wants to see you versus Punk.
Yeah, do you want except for I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to come back and get her?
Oh, I was gonna just bring a bottle in, but how much longer is on the
Oh,
We can wrap it up pretty quick here. Yeah, we're good.
show? Okay, then I'll take it. If you want to go ahead and smoke. If it was gonna take longer, I was gonna come back with another bottle.
yeah, whatever. I just wanted to promote this. This is one of the. I think there's only 2 pieces left out of the RVD Great Glass Collection.
Ooh,
This
that's it.
yeah. But
That looks awesome.
oh yeah, it's got this original.
Oh yeah.
Got that on I got it on an outfit. What else do I have it on?
I'll come back for Saba.
Okay, baby. I think there's an action figure with this on it too, the gray one.
Oh, maybe probably like a WWE one that earlier on.
I think so.
Huh.
I don't see it. Maybe
You got a lot of figures.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it brings me back to certain memories of living in Georgia and seeing Joe Holland's work and talking to him about doing T-shirts and different things that we did. Oh, that is on a T-shirt that we produced too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, an outfit, and then also, and maybe that might be on my white outfit too that I wore at ECW's only West Coast show when I debuted the Van Terminator.
Ooh.
I have a white outfit, and it might have that on it.
Nice.
Might be worth looking up. I don't know. I
That would
think
be-
it does have that on it.
Oh.
I think so.
Rob, when you came up with the Van Terminator, did you test it out beforehand? Everything, like, kind of work it out?
Tested it out before I debuted it on Scotty Riggs at I think it was Heat Wave, but at Olympic Garden. But the week before, I did try it out on Roadkill.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, Roadkill, will you do me a favor? Just sit down here for a second. I want to see if I can clear the whole ring. It's so crazy now that Chelsea Green is doing it. Like everyone seems like they can do it. And when I was thinking of it, like I'd never seen anyone do it, so I wasn't sure. Like, can I do it? I mean, I think I can. I don't have that much further to go.
Bye, y'all. I'm gonna go
See,
feed.
Katie, thanks for stopping by. It's so great to see the babies.
I'm not gonna smoke.
Oh, okay. That's why I was gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I remember thinking like, I just kept going further and further on my top rope kick, the one-legged kick. When I had my opponent crouched on the top rope, I kept sliding him back further and further. And then I was like, I'm pretty sure, I can make this and kick the chair right into their face. And then a lot of people saw Shano do it first, but of course he used the trash can so he could cheat it by like 2 feet,
Yeah.
But yeah, so cool. Glad for people that know, but forever, like I'll have to hear people call it the coast to coast because of WWE's version.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing it. That I saw yours first, way before I saw Shane's, and I was like, it blew my mind. I was like, how does somebody do that? I was like, that's unprecedented wrestling.
I'm pretty sure that's the outfit. That I had in that. It's the only white outfit, also, I think, that I ever had.
Wow.
Yeah, which I still have it, I believe, but white, doesn't last too long and look clean.
Yeah,
doesn't hold its image very long.
Yeah, plus, with the airbrush stuff, it's like you were saying, how those don't last long at all, anyways.
Yeah.
Fellas, you already know what time it is. It's time to level up, and Blue Chew just dropped something crazy. I'm talking next level, championship belt, gold-plated energy. One of a kind, if you will. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. This ain't your grandpa's little blue pill. No. This is the 4-in-1 beast that's setting the gold standard for performance. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep that rocket pumping, mixed with apomorphine and oxytocin to turn up the arousal and connection in your brain and body. Blue Chew Gold dissolves under your tongue and works just as little in 15 minutes. That means you can get it on quicker and stay in the game longer. Elevation without hesitation. This is peak passion and peak performance in a single tablet. And we at RVD got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code RVD. That's promo code RVD. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And hey, we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Maddie did say he wants to see you versus Punk at WrestleMania. But you didn't get Cena.
That sounds like a good payday to me.
That sounds like a great payday. Sounds like a fun one, too. Sign me up. I'd go see that. No doubt about it. Let's see. Oh, look. Maddie says sold out. How to get a signed RVD Greek glass. He said they're sold out, I guess.
But I don't know if they're all signed. That one is sold out, you saying? Or all of them?
He's asking how to get it signed.
I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be
I
tough.
don't know what to tell you.
I have to bring it to Rob in person.
I guess. I'm not coming to your house.
He coming to your house. Scott Smokey Blaze just chimed in. He said, "Thank you, RVD, for the awesome childhood memories."
Right on, Smokey Blaze.
Yeah.
Got it.
Heck yeah. Triple E wants to see you fight my brother Marcus. Before
I was just thinking about that. Like I never watched those links you sent me, and I don't know where they are.
I'll resend you one at some point.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd love to get your perspective on how he wrestles. He's got the old school kind of style, but it'd be fun to see what you'd have to say about it.
And who trained him?
He was trained at the IWC. So he was trained by a man named Glenn Spector and another guy, Bobby Piscor, and they're both been referees and stuff like that too, or Bobby was and stuff like that. So he kind of got a lot of training from that, and then he's kind of got advice and stuff from Arn Anderson, and Jeff Jarrett's helped him out a little bit too, and so he's kind of adapted a little bit of that stuff too. So
he doesn't have like one guy that's his mentor, like his Sheik, or
no, not really. Maybe Bobby was a little bit, kind of helped him out, but yeah, no, not so much. I think he tends to bend the ear too of the people we worked with, like Jake and Ted. He's asked questions, Jake Roberts and Ted DiBiase and stuff. So he kind of gets a lot of advice from them if he needs it and stuff. So, but he watches a lot. He goes back and watches a lot of different people too, and takes pattern. The first match he had, Tommy Dreamer was actually backstage, and so Tommy watched his match, and then he gave Marcus some advice too of what to be kind of mindful of. So, yeah, it's definitely been a baptism by fire kind of thing for him. So,
right on.
Yeah, so nice. And hopefully he'll be wrestling in Vegas too coming up here. So might be on the plan.
Busy week, isn't it?
It's gonna be a bonkers kind of week for sure. For sure.
I didn't realize WrestleCon was 4 days. I thought it was just 3.
But you're only there one day, though, right?
Oh, no, I'm going to be there for 3 days at WrestleCon.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Saturday, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, here it is here. I'll pop it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, April 19th and stuff. So be there for that. Katie, you're going to be at WrestleCon too, right?
I'm going to be there.
Heck yeah.
And then I'm doing the WWE World,
Yeah.
on Monday.
On Monday.
We're planning on going to Hall of Fame on Friday, but there's some other party that I think it got canceled, and then now from what I understand, WWE canceled all the viewing parties in Vegas.
And now they're back though.
So everyone planned on not being able to have the parties, but now, from what I understand, I think I read TKO kind of demanded it or whatever, that they allow the parties to continue because the ticket sales were not up to par. So at least one of my gigs has something to do with that. And then also I have an appearance at the Nerd Bar also, which I believe is on Sunday evening after Mania. So
April 19th.
Busy week.
Yeah, busy stuff. Lots of stuff happening. Should be fun. And definitely cool. Here's a good question. Blue Man's Schwinder. Thanks. RVD, how do you compare your own work with how Jerry Lynn worked matches? Thanks for great memories.
Compare my work to Jerry Lynn's work. I think that we shared a lot of the same fundamental.
Your elbows in my leg.
The same fundamental values, which made a lot of our work compatible because we both could be on the same page of what we were separately taught was the right thing to do. We just had our own different ways of doing it and getting there to that point, So me having martial arts background and style, that was always part of what I brought to the ring, to my matches. Jerry, not so much. Him, technical wrestling, but also in a way where he wasn't afraid to sacrifice his body and put his health on the line to get ahead. And so for those reasons, we were similar yet different.
Yeah, you and Jerry were awesome. Yeah.
And both very athletic, I would say.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, great chemistry with you too, obviously. It being 316, I did want to ask you about Stone Cold stuff like that. Do you think there's ever going to be a wrestler that gets to that level that Stone Cold was at, where just that level of popularity that he received?
It's hard to picture, but I'd hate to think that there's not going to be. But it seems like the people would have a hard time allowing that to happen. Like no matter what, I can't. When I try to imagine a young guy coming up and filling that spot, having the swagger and the confidence, I can only picture fans not allowing it because he's not Stone Cold, and that perspective coming out that that I don't know if it's hard to picture someone that people would accept and agree that he deserves to have that much confidence and swagger. Compared to the stars of yesteryear, but maybe I think eventually it won't be him or another version of him, but I think there can be somebody, and probably will be somebody, that captures the crowd in their own way to that extent.
Yeah. I think to your point too, it's so hard to kind of get a gauge for that. And nowadays, because everything is so spread out, where it's just like people tune in and access stuff differently. So it's just like, can somebody really capture an audience like that still at this point in time with how media is, spread out like that? I think.
And I might be wrong, but I don't think it's going to be one of the guys that's gotten their job by pretending they were Stone Cold and or The Rock.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You can't mimic it for sure. You have to, it's got to, and yeah, it's not going to be like, this version of Stone Cold is still, this new version of Stone Cold is going to be popular. It's got to be somebody that's their own personality that gets over.
So.
It has to be. It has to be.
Else it's gonna feel forced, like you're just a fan trying to cosplay The Rock or Stone Cold.
Right. Yeah. You can't have it. Yeah. That never works. It's got to be an organic connection with the fans for sure. I wanted to get your thoughts on this Austin pop when he would come out and stuff like that. Was it as super as loud as it came off on television? How would you compare it to like ECW crowds too? Because like you guys would get some intense reactions too. Was there a certain difference that you could definitely notice in the level of reaction that Austin would get in comparison to the ECW crowds?
Yeah, it's a different kind of crowd, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And way more people, obviously, and yeah, there's just a lot different kind of pop when it's a mainstream crowd pop because it's balanced with kids and joy and laughter, and it's just a different kind of energy than like a hardcore crowd pop, you know, which is screaming because they want to be heard, and they want to be heard with a certain, you know, violent kind of vibe, and it's just totally different. So, you know, that was awesome having tens of thousands of people all excited and reacting at the same time. You know, whether it was for someone else or whether it was for me, it was something that that you can't replace.
Yeah. I just saw the clip today of when the invasion angle was going on and all you guys were in the ring and you were beating up Undertaker, Kane, and I think Kurt Angle was also in there. And then Austin's music hit and the crowd just went bonkers. And like he kind of cleared house and stuff like that. I know he like kicked you and he gave Tommy Dreamer a stunner, I think. And it was such a wild, like, I mean, that reaction was nuts. It was nuts for that time. Yeah. Pretty darn cool. Pretty neat stuff.
Did you watch where he says where he asked me, do I need a watch?
Yeah, because you came out late, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta find that because that's good stuff.
Was I on this show when I was telling that story recently?
You told it, yeah, you told it a while ago, but if you want to tell it again, you can.
Well, if you remember that night, for me, it was a weird day. I was thrown off. I got some kind of weird eye infection in the daytime.
Oh.
Yeah. And I had to leave the arena and go to this eye doctor and get some kind of medicated eye drops or something. And then I had to like lay down in a dark room for a while. And I lost track of time. And anyway, I was in the gym. There was a gym there in the arena, and I was thinking I had time to work out, and someone came in and they were like, Rob, what are you doing? They've called you to the ring. And I'm like, I'm just gonna do a couple sets first. They're like, no, right now. Like Steve Austin's in the ring right now. Like all the Alliance, they're in the ring. I was like, what? Fuck. And I had to like figure out how to get there, you know, how to get out from the gym with the weight room in this venue.
Oh my god.
To some way to get into the arena, and I came in from the side, not down Gorilla in the main entrance.
Oh my god.
Came in from the side, and Steve Austin's like, what, you need a watch or something? You need a watch? I can't remember how he said it, but it became like a long thing and it was a complete just playing off the cuff, you know.
Yeah. Oh wait, did you have your gear on?
I think so.
That's good.
I wonder if that's where Austin, he started doing the time thing, because then he would do this.
I think so. So. If I remember right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Yeah. If I didn't have my gear, it was just a in-ring promo with all the Alliance anyway. So
okay.
I might have had my jorts back then.
You were wearing the jorts back then, I remember.
Yeah. Jorts and an RVD shirt, probably.
Yep. Heck yeah. Yeah, that's great. Rob, we'll close it out with this. Maddie revealed this to me. Do you know what your rating is on the new WWE video game, WPK26?
I do not.
You are once again a 90 overall.
A 90? That's great.
A 90 overall. Rob Van Dam. This is the third year in a row you were a 90, apparently. And not only that, but oh my gosh, what am I trying to find here? Oh yeah, but over the course of the time too, you were 92 earlier on once, 93 way back in 2011. So, but yes, so you're one of the top wrestlers.
They've made me very strong on the video game to make up for having everybody steamroll over me in 2015.
Yeah, that's it, right? Oh, what a I was so frustrated back then about that. What else was I going to ask you though? Oh yeah, I think you saw this. Paul Heyman talked about like how he wants fans to pressure WWE and 2K to make an ECW video game.
I saw the quote, but I didn't see an article with it.
Yeah. Heyman, his quote. I have the quote here actually. Yeah, bug them, nag them, email them, call them, harass them. Same way we did with Cablevision back in the 1990s. Initiate a campaign that makes 2K Sports have no other option but to have an ECW game.
See, it used to be called Cablevision.
What was called Cablevision?
Cable.
Okay.
Cable.
Yeah, dude, that would be very cool. I think, when we did we did a movie screening of the Sabu documentary in Australia on the 29th just recently, and had a Q&A afterwards because that's what you do at screenings. And somebody was asking if there was anything that I thought Sabu didn't accomplish that he would have liked to. And I think that even though he talked otherwise, I'm pretty sure he would have loved to have gotten a Hall of Fame nod. And I've seen him do interviews where he's like, oh, why would I want that? It's not even real. It doesn't exist. You can't go there and see it anywhere. It's in Vince's head, so why would I care about that? But that's all just like reverse psychology, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to go get ice cream anyway, and it's just I'm sure he would have been honored if he thought there was a chance. He wouldn't have been talking shit like that. And I think that maybe someday there still is a chance, like I think if they do an ECW video game, there's always talk of someday doing either a hardcore wing or an ECW wing faction, whatever, for the Hall of Fame. If they ever do that, I think there's a good chance that Sabu can get it posthumously. But I don't know. But I'm thinking, that there's a chance that someday he'll get that respect. I mean, that's part of being ahead of your time. Sometimes you got to die first before all your accolades and accomplishments and appreciation for such will catch up to you. But something I said there that I believe now too is I think that's possible that we could see him with that. And I think the video game, especially if it was really successful, would be a big momentous step towards that possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Sabu definitely deserves that Hall of Fame nod, no doubt about it, from like him kind of changing the game and not pun intended, but yeah, it would just be awesome. Yeah, he deserves it more than anybody right now in ECW, I think too, just because what he did, and how he kind of transcended the business in certain ways.
Yeah.
All right, we had a quick super chat here and then we'll end the show. A wrestling historian, thanks for the Canadian $5. Fantasy booking. If Rob Van Dam joined WWF in early 1995, does he join the $1 Million Corporation or decline? Do you remember the $1 Million Corporation?
No, I don't really remember. I mean, it makes sense that he had enough money, he could like buy his team together. It sounds like something maybe they were just doing to promote Survivor Series or something, put a team together. I really don't remember it that much, but
it was like the new Heenan family. The Ted DiBiase had IRS.
It's cool that you made your first in-ring WWE debut with Ted DiBiase as a child.
Right.
Yeah. How about that?
Circle back around that.
Full circle.
Right. But in 95, I'm only 24, so no, I'm too young to join the $1 Million Maniacs.
The $1 Million Maniacs.
Who else was in his team?
So it was King Kong Bundy. I believe Sid was in it. Godfather as Kama Mufasa, the fighting machine.
Okay.
And then I think I'm missing somebody. Oh, Tatanka was also in there too.
He doesn't even seem like heel material at all.
Yeah, he was a weird heel. I remember that. But yeah.
All right.
So.
Well, no.
There's the answer there. All right. Well, cool. This has been a fun one, Rob and Katie. It's been awesome to see the babies.
Yeah, it's been so fun to be able to show y'all.
Yeah, they're adorable, and that's neat. And then we see Barbie too. Look at Barbie.
Barbie,
popping the run in there.
Lovey D.
Lovey too. Look at Lovey D, baby.
Yeah, one big happy family of love.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, before I forget to check out Happy Hippo, everybody. That's one of our sponsors and everything like that. Be sure to check them out to get more information. Kratom is great.
Bless you.
Ooh, bless you. I love the gummies that they have too. So they're really good. I had 2 of them already today. So.
And I love the mints, but here's something else that they said. Happy Hippo K2.
Yeah, the shots.
Yeah, shot. I want you to sing that while I drink this, baby.
Shot.
All right.
But anyway, this one has kava and kratom, and from my experience in the past, sometimes that makes me tired. So, everyone gets different experiences, so I don't know what you should expect, but I would say maybe be prepared for the possibility that you might be going into a relaxing mood when you do the kava kratom. By the way, there's kava shops. Maybe you've seen them. For some reason, bars that sell kratom are called kava bars, and I don't know why they put that on the sign instead of kratom. But I've been approached about having my name on them before, and it made me aware of them. And now I see them in places around that I didn't even notice before. I've never gone into one, but it'll say like Kava Bar. And from what I understand, they have kratom drinks and stuff in there. And they're really popular in Florida.
Oh,
yeah. But they're also here in Vegas, and they're in different cities. And here's to them.
Yeah. All right.
Drink 1/10 at a time. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Not bad. Not bad tasting. Definitely doesn't taste like a spoonful of nasty kratom powder. But it says right on here, tropical orange, and that's what it tasted like.
Hey, heck yeah. Check it out, Happy Hippo. Check out Happy Hippo for sure.
My lips are numb.
Uh-oh. Well, cool. No, this has been great, guys. Awesome to see the family, the Rob Van Dam fam, all there, baby. So awesome.
Everybody here.
Thank you all for tuning in. As always, if you guys like what you're seeing, be sure to like, share, subscribe, rvdtv.com, RVD's YouTube channel. You can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your damn podcasts. So, Rob, Katie, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Man, good seeing everybody. See you next week, Van Dam fam. We'll see you this weekend in Washington.
Yes, March 21st, everybody. Be sure to check out RVD.
Okay.
Oh, and look at Karma.
This is Saba.
That's Saba. Oh, okay. Switch it up.
Yeah.
Chilling out, Saba.
The one that looks like Rob. Y'all see it?
Yes, I definitely see it. Look at All right, we'll see you all next time here on One of a Kind with who? RVD, KT.
Everybody, peace out, hoes.
Boom, yeah.